This is the 5-minute sample for the Plant Paradox Cookbook. 100 delicious recipes to help you lose weight, heal your gut, and live lectin-free by Dr. Stephen R. Gundry. This is my 26th audiobook, and it was released on July 15th, 2020. This is a fun cookbook with 100 recipes following Dr. Gundry's Plant Paradox program. I'm not sure if purchasing this on Audible comes with recipe pictures or not, but I sure hope it does, because some of these dishes actually look really good. As for the Plant Paradox itself, and its focus on removing lectins from your diet, I am compelled to admit that there is no basis in peer-reviewed nutritional science for lectins being as harmful as the Plant Paradox purports them to be. Some of the diet advice offered in this book is also contradictory to many health organizations' advice, and many of the scientific claims made under the Plant Paradox umbrella have been disproven or have never been proven by mainstream nutritional science. With all that being said, however, like many diets, everyone's body reacts differently to different methods, and reading positive testimonials from people who follow this program has shown me that many people have found success through consistency. They've lost weight, improved their immune system's ability to fight disease, they've fought off lethargy, among other positive benefits. It's also never a bad idea to, say, eat an egg over salad for breakfast, like the book recommends, instead of something with a higher caloric and sodium content. All in all, I'd check this book out if you have certain autoimmune deficiencies and want to try a different sort of diet. It might work out for you. I hope you enjoy this 5-minute sample. Introduction. This cookbook has been a long time in the making. Soon after I began giving my patients a now infamous list of just say no and yes please foods and sent them on their way with about 10 recipes, I recognized the need for a more comprehensive resource that could help them maintain their new way of eating. And so, for years, I've been collecting recipes from friends and patients and developing my own repertoire. It's taken a lot of trial and error, tasting and testing, and plenty of dirty dishes, but I've finally been able to compile the collection of tasty, healthy, and diverse recipes that my patients, and you readers, deserve. But let me back up a bit. If you're just coming to this book without having read The Plant Paradox, you may be thinking, what is this list you're talking about, and why do I need it? For the past 17 years, I've been treating patients with a combination of nutritional therapy and conventional medicine. People generally come to see me when they're struggling with a chronic disease and just can't seem to get better. They arrive at one of my clinics, in Palm Springs or Santa Barbara, on a personal journey to regain their health or their loved one's health, or to take their good enough health to robust, vibrant health. As my patients and regular readers know, I saw and continue to see dramatic reversals of diseases I once thought impossible to manage, changes that we can track with sophisticated blood work, and that my patients can feel and see. Many of these changes are directly linked to nutritional alterations we've made to their diets. And so, I wrote the Plant Paradox to explain the philosophy behind the list. The idea that proteins called lectins, found in many common health foods, including fruits, vegetables, grains, and beans, can damage the gut, cause inflammation, and contribute to disease. Removing major lectin-containing foods from the diet, combined with minimizing exposure to environmental toxins, are the practices at the core of the Plant Paradox program. The Plant Paradox Cookbook is written first and foremost for all of you who have applied my rules and regained your health, but keep finding yourselves asking that immortal question, what the heck can I eat? I know that you live in the real world of two-job families, commutes, after-school practices, and socializing, and that relatively few of you reside as I do in Southern California, where beautiful, fresh produce is available year-round. And I know that thinking about going lectin-free can seem impossible, or at least impractical, when you already have too many things to manage on your to-do list. That's why I've written a cookbook with simple recipes anyone can master, and accessible ingredients, and substitutions for less accessible ingredients, you can source easily. I've also incorporated your feedback, and suggestions for the types of dishes you most wanted to see. No eating plan that encourages deprivation or sacrifice has ever worked, and for good reason. Eating is pleasurable. I, of all people, understand and appreciate that point. I love a good meal, and am not immune to the temptation of my old favorites. That's why you'll find Plant Paradox approved versions of all of your most loved foods in this book, from bagels and pancakes to pizza and pad thai, spaghetti and meatballs to brownies and ice cream. I know it's hard to believe, but you can reap the benefits of the program while indulging in all of these seemingly forbidden dishes. That brings me to the second reason for the Plant Paradox Cookbook. The Plant Paradox program works! It's just that simple. I've documented it in thousands of patients in my clinics, and I've reported my results at major medical conferences. But the real joy I get is when I receive an email or a letter, or read a review online, saying that this program has positively impacted someone's life. Whether it's finally losing weight after many failed attempts, lowering blood pressure and cholesterol markers, improving heart health, reducing or going off of immune suppressive drugs or thyroid medications, resolving MS or lupus and the attendant painful symptoms, or slowing or reversing the progression of cancer or dementia. A link to purchase the Plant Paradox Cookbook is in the description below. This title was a royalty share production, so I make 20% from any purchases. Thanks for listening!